Stop right now because what I'm about to tell you is the biggest development in the Nnamdi Kanu case in years, and the Nigerian government is in absolute panic mode. The 60-day UN deadline just expired 2 days ago, and because Tinubu's government failed to release Kanu from Sokoto prison, the United Nations just triggered something called a non-compliance mechanism, which basically means in the eyes of international law, Kanu is no longer a prisoner, he is a hostage, and the consequences hitting Abuja right now are devastating. Today we're breaking down how Nnamdi Kanu just won the biggest legal victory of his life without even stepping out of that Sokoto cell yet. Let me explain what just happened because this is insane. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention gave Nigeria a simple ultimatum months ago: release Nnamdi Kanu within 60 days or face international consequences. That deadline expired exactly 48 hours ago, and because the Attorney General didn't send a compliance note, the UN automatically forwarded a level red non-compliance report to the UN Security Council and, most importantly, to the US State Department. This isn't just a complaint letter, this is a binding legal document that activates specific treaty clauses Nigeria signed. By keeping Kanu locked up past the deadline, the government just handed him his biggest win because under these treaties, his release is now technically automatic. The government forfeited its right to detain him by ignoring the supreme deadline. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is he physically out of Sokoto? Here's the technical part that has the government terrified. While the prison gates might still be physically locked this morning, the legal cover for keeping them locked has evaporated. Reports from Ministry of Interior say there's serious confusion and fear about the sanctions now on the table. And here's where Trump enters the chat. Remember that Nigeria Religious Freedom Act we discussed? That bill has a clause that uses UN reports to identify human rights violators. Now that the UN officially certified Nigeria is holding Kanu illegally in defiance of direct orders, America can legally freeze aid, deny visas to Nigerian judges, and block military equipment transfers. The government knows this expired deadline isn't just about Kanu anymore. It's about survival of their international relationships. Let me pause here because I need your take. Do you think Tinubu will finally release Kanu to avoid US sanctions, or will he defy the UN and risk everything? Team release him or team keep fighting? Drop your vote in comments right now. And if you want to know the exact moment Kanu walks out of Sokoto or see the list of officials the UN plans to sanction, smash that like button. Not subscribed? Hit it and turn on notifications because this story is exploding. Welcome back. Behind the scenes at Aso Rock is chaos. Sources say an emergency legal team assembled late Tuesday night when they realized the UN wouldn't extend the deadline. Government tried filing last-minute stay claiming national security, but UN Working Group rejected it because it was filed after the 60-day window closed. This rejection is massive. No more appeals. No more delays. Case is closed at international level and the verdict is released immediately. Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, has effectively cornered the government by letting the deadline expire. Government walked into a trap. If they continue holding him now, they are doing so as a rogue state in direct violation of Security Council-backed directive. This opens the door for Kanu's team to approach foreign courts to seize Nigerian assets abroad as compensation for unlawful detention. We saw this happen with Iranian political prisoner last year, where UN deadline expiration allowed his family to freeze government bank accounts in Europe. This is the nightmare scenario central bank wants to avoid. Furthermore, Southeast governors now have a powerful weapon. A delegation is using this expired deadline to negotiate soft landing release. Their argument to Tinubu is simple. The world ruled against us. Deadline passed. Release him to private residence now before sanctions crush our economy. The expiration removed government's ability to say we're waiting for court. UN says court process is compromised and order release regardless of local court. What makes this Kanu's win is the narrative shifted from is he guilty to why is government disobeying the world. Pressure is entirely on Tinubu now. Either obey UN order and open Sokoto gates or defy it and face Trump administration wrath, which explicitly stated it won't tolerate persecution of figures cleared by international bodies. This deadline expiry was final. Checkmate. Kanu won the legal war. Now we wait for prison doors to open.